What's going on, you guys? So today I just want to make a quick video about why it's important for you to build your social muscle. So I know that might sound really funny, but super simple here. And I've actually kind of talked about it in previous videos, so I'll just make this super short. So it might sound funny, right? But socializing, you've probably heard the term social skills before, right? Skill meaning that you can develop it and get better at it like anything else, right? So, for example, working out, people don't always refer to it as like a skill, but it's a situation where if you don't do it as much, you become weaker, right? And funny enough, it's similar for socializing. Sure, you can kind of pick back up and be kind of similar to what you were before if you had like a long break from socializing. But I do notice that people run into, usually it's a mental barrier, right? That's really what it is like a mental barrier that's like, oh, it's been a while since I talked to someone new, or it's been a while since I, like approached somebody, or talked to a girl, or this or that, right? It's been a while since I've done a business deal, or, anything. Like, if there's a gap between it, right, you kind of have to get used to it again. Even if it's a skill that you developed in the past, right? So it's one that you can develop in the first place. Like if you're a beginner, become really good at socializing. And then if you take a break, like I'll give you an example that I've heard a lot actually. Guys wanting to re-enter dating and find the right girl for them after a really long relationship. Like, could be several months, a couple years. Maybe I've talked to guys who, they're exiting like a 10-year relationship, and they're like, yeah, I used to do decently with dating, but now I don't really know, like I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing again, right? Because they're re-entering things, and it's like, how did I do that before? Or maybe like also, for example, like the dating landscape, it's the same but different, right? Like same but different. It kind of changed a little bit, in terms of like, like the social media and dating apps. And I think some people, not all, some aren't maybe as open to approaching people, or they aren't as open to being approached anymore. So this is all a bit of a tangent on why it's important for you to keep doing that, like keep socializing as a part of your life. And I've talked about this several times before, so I'm not going to hammer this too much on you, but I think really like too many guys are doing like the monk mode, the lock-in thing, and they're like totally ignoring socializing. And let's just remove dating from the equation for a second. They're totally ignoring like socializing more with their family, with friends, or making new friends. Like maybe like you're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So maybe you've got some friends that you want to keep, or some friends that maybe aren't the best for you in terms of like the healthy lifestyle that you really want and the growth. So maybe like readjusting the friend group and making sure that you at least socialize. Like, let's say you're so busy. Okay, fine. At least once a week, right? Because at a certain point, it's just, we're social creatures biologically. We have that need in our body, no matter how much you want to argue up and down, left and right about how introverted or shy you are. We all still require socializing, right? It feels good to us, having that connection, a sense of community. So that's my friendly challenge for you, is to at least have some kind of socializing, or get out of your comfort zone socially once a week. Doesn't matter what it is, right? Approaching someone, giving someone a compliment, going to hang out with some friends, going to make new friends, introducing yourself to people, going on a date, walking up to a girl, hanging out with your family, something. And preferably you're adding in the getting out of your comfort zone thing as well, to grow. But I think we should bring it back to that analogy in the beginning, right? Like, let's say, just for example, like you go in the gym and you've been building muscle for a while because you're very consistently going to the gym, and then you stop for a long time, like a month or a few months or 6 months. Like, you're going to lose a good bit of muscle mass. You'll retain some of it depending on your diet and your habits and everything else, but you're going to become weaker and you're going to become a little bit smaller because you're not working out like you were before. So if you stop doing that, then you'll have to build that back up once you re-enter the gym or start working out again. So the same thing actually happens with socializing, which you've probably picked up on from everything that I've said throughout this video. So that means that it would be better for you not to stop. Just like it's better for you not to stop reading and learning and going to the gym, making sure that all of these things are in order to grow, become more healthy, and level up in every area as a person, and not sweep one area under the rug or put it off for however long. So yeah, basically I hope this helps you in some way, provide some additional perspective on why this is important, so you don't fall into kind of like the self-isolation, or I'm on self-improvement monk mode, focus on yourself, king, blah blah blah. Like, working hard is great, working smart is great too. I know a lot of guys who started businesses and they don't have any control over their time. They're so busy all the time, blah blah blah. And at a certain point, it's like, okay, well, what is all this for? Like, who are you going to share that with? I've said this before, but what is it all for? Like, who are you going to share this with where you have meaningful connections in your life? That's a good place to end this video, and I really hope this helps. You got this.